So the first card we have is friendliness. This is how you're going to be feeling, thinking. You might be doing some thinking this month about what feels secure, what feels safe to you, what is with ease in your life, things that are easy. Not just easy, but things that are balanced, things that work with you, like a friend, friends are in harmony with each other. So you might be thinking about harmony, things in your life that work together to help each other and cohesive with each other in any regards to your life or situation. I'm not sure what that is yet, but we'll get into your cards and find out. But you might be feeling this and thinking this, feeling this energy of, who are your friends? And, maybe you might be deciding who are my friends and spending time with your friends even, or missing your friends, or thinking about what best job you should take that works well. It could be with anything, but right now those are the things I'm feeling. So the next card is breakthrough. You guys are going to be acting in a way where you may have some breakthroughs physically. You may be doing things differently than you have before in the past as far as going about any kind of projects, any kind of work situations. You might be having some amazing breakthroughs, strives, success, clarity. It's pretty big. So they're like epiphanies. So you might be acting in a very forward movement. Okay, Cancer, the next card we have is abundance. So you might be feeling this card. You might be feeling very abundant. You may be feeling very secure, very safe, very full of everything that it is that you need. Therefore, you feel safe and calm and secure. You might be feeling like you have plenty and enough of everything or a certain specific area of your life. That's fantastic. And the other card we have is guilt. So you might be feeling some kind of overwhelming feelings right now of guilt in one way or another in your situation. So there might be some thoughts that are coming up that you may have been able to may have dealt with some things in your past that are coming to surface right now. And you might be questioning yourself. You might be questioning yourself about, did I handle this situation right? Or, should I have done this? Should I have done that? Or are other people making you feel a certain way that you shouldn't be feeling? So you might be having a little bit of guilt feelings going on. And we're going to go ahead and go into your regular reading now. Okay, so one of the energies that are coming around is the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is saying that you're waiting for some success to come in. You've done some work maybe towards a project or a relationship, and you're waiting for you're now hoping and waiting for the results. You're hoping and waiting for the work to pay off, and you're hoping and waiting for the profit and the things to turn out in your favor. The other card we have, this is the card right now of the Ace of Swords, and this is a card of right now. It looks like you're thinking that there might be you might need some clarity right now. Okay. You might be wanting some truth to a situation. You might be needing truth, honesty, clarity, direction when it comes to something right now. You're really wanting this, but you don't have it right now for some reason. There may be somebody that is hiding something from you, or you may be hiding something from somebody, or you just don't have the information right now, but you're really wanting some truth, some information, some clarity. You're wanting to have that in your life right now. Okay, so yeah, this is why. Because right now you're feeling stuck in a situation in your emotions. You've either done this to yourself or you've allowed other people to do it towards you, therefore you took it on and it's affected you. So you might have been in a situation where you have been manipulated, lied to, taken advantage of. You might have felt cornered in situations where you didn't think you had a decision. You may have hid some truth from yourself. You might have been in denial about some things and situations, and now you're finding yourself, from all of these things combined, you're finding yourself really feeling at at a standstill, at a point where it's all coming together now. Now you're like, oh my gosh, wow, I'm at a point in my life right now where, wow, you're thinking, I really am confused, like, how did I get here? Or you're like, how did I get here all of a sudden? You're like, what? I feel trapped. I feel stuck. I feel like, how did this all happen? Because sometimes things subtly build up, and that's what's happened. There's a build up here of some extreme emotions going on. Again, whether this is something that a combination of things that have occurred, or you ignoring things, and then you ignore, and then all of a sudden, bam, you're like one day going, oh shoot, now I'm stuck in this situation, and if I just addressed it back then, it wouldn't have happened. But you couldn't address. It's not your fault. You couldn't have addressed it back then. It's just you could have, but I mean, you weren't able to for whatever reason. So you're finding yourself in a really bind right now, or you're just feeling that way emotionally. You're just feeling emotionally like you can't get yourself out of a situation, or you're emotionally trapped and confused. So you're really, really, really wanting some clarity and some truth to come forward. Okay, so the next card is, wow. Okay, so we have the Nine of Cups here. And the Nine of Cups is somebody very, very fulfilled. They're very fulfilled and satisfied in their little situation. And this could be somebody selfishly satisfied in their situation. Or not necessarily selfishly, it just could mean that it could mean somebody's being selfish. Somebody's being selfish, and they're kind of taking everything and hoarding it for themselves, thus creating them to feel very, very satisfied and content in their situation. But it also could just mean that you are satisfied in your life. And you have a lot of emotional needs being met. Therefore, you are very satisfied. This could be a water sign. This could be a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. This also could be you, but it also could be somebody else. This could be a male or female. And this person can be indulging too much into something. And it's almost like the person that drinks too much, like the alcoholic, or the girl that drinks too much. They drink. And they're like, they drank all their beers or all their drinks, and now they're like, I'm satisfied in my buzz, or like in my own little world. So, I mean, they're kind of cornered in their own little space here. So that's kind of a selfish emotion. I am using that as it's like a kind of an example of somebody who would be a little bit selfish. So there could be somebody selfish in your life that is, kind of hoarding all the satisfaction for themselves, and they really don't care that you're, they may be happy in their life, and they don't really care that you're stuck and manipulated and trapped. Or vice versa. It could still be you. You still could be this satisfied person, but you also could be this at the same time. So let's go ahead and pull some more cards for you. All right, the next card we have is the Six of Pentacles in reverse. So it looks like you're in need of something. You're in need of some attention. You're depleted. You've given way too much to somebody or something, or you're needing some attention, some money. Okay, you might need some money right now. You might need to get a loan, or you might have found yourself. Maybe that's why you're like this. You were manipulated, you were taken advantage of, maybe you gave too much money, or you gave too much to a relationship, and maybe you gave it to this person. They're like, I'm all happy. But now you're like this. You're like, I don't have anything. I need some money. I need some attention. I need some love. I need some attention. I need somebody to give back to me now. So now you might be in that situation where you've given too much, financially or emotionally, and it's left you trapped now, though. That's the problem. Unfortunately, it's left you possibly in a situation where now you've got to unwind yourself and get out of this mess you're in. Okay, so if you do need a loan, maybe you need a loan. So maybe you're going to be applying for a loan. Okay, maybe you need some money right now to help your situation. If it's not money, it's emotional. Maybe you really need some emotional replenishment given back to yourself. And in that case, you just need to love yourself, and you need to start slowly and surely and give back. Give each day, give to yourself, give to yourself, give to yourself, give to yourself, till you can get back to more of a balanced love, a balanced valued situation where you're valuing yourself, and it's more of a balance with yourself and others. Because if you're like this, it's not healthy for you or anybody else, because we shouldn't be giving everything to everybody. It's unbalanced. It's not a balanced situation, and things do need to be put in a balanced situation. Okay. So you may be wanting or needing, you're maybe waiting for money right now. Maybe you did apply for a loan and you're waiting for the money, or you're waiting for somebody to give you some money. Okay, so this is what we have for you. We have the Three of Swords in reverse. So it looks like you've broken up. There might have been a breakup, or you might be thinking about breaking up with somebody right now, or somebody broke up with you. It's also possible that you might be wanting to get back together with somebody that you broke up with. Okay. Or you are realizing that you broke up with somebody in the past. There was a breakup. There was a heartache. There was some kind of deception. I mean, there's so many swords in your cards, and all these swords are saying, this is a lot of emotional deception. There's been a lot of emotional, extreme deception. You're in denial. I see denial. I see naivety. I see greed. Even greed. I see a lot of greed here. There's a lot of greed everywhere in this card. And greed doesn't always have to do with money, but a lot of the times it does. There's a message for somebody here that says there's been a lot of greed, and you could have had something to do with it as well. You might have done something emotionally because you wanted something back. You were desperate. So you might have done something in your life with somebody, made a decision, hoping that you would get in return something, and it wasn't fair to begin with, because we shouldn't be doing something giving. I don't think we should be giving, right? When we give something truly and of our heart, we shouldn't really expect anything in return. Okay. So you might have given, or they might have given for the wrong reason. You might have been giving something so you could get something back eventually, which could have caused some kind of breakup and, some really bad deception. Okay. For some of you, that is the case. For others of you, it's vice versa. But there was a breakup. You might be realizing it was a good thing you got out of this relationship. You're realizing, you're not going to be that hurt over it anymore. You're realizing, you're glad you're coming to the realization that, oh my gosh, I'm glad I got out of this relationship, because it's now you're realizing it was really bad for you because of what it did to you. It depleted you. It lied to you. It didn't help you. So you're like, oh my gosh, it's terrible that I'm in this situation. But at the same time, you're like, I'm so glad that you're out of it. You're done with this person. You're done with this breakup, and you can be free now for something new. Wow. And the other person is super emotional. They might be a water sign as well. It could be a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces that you're dealing with. In this other person. Again, this could be the other person. They're very emotional. Okay, you guys. I mean, when I say emotional, I mean they're having a nervous breakdown, or they're crying, or they're just so needy, and they're trying to take from you, and they're trying to cry and give you. Deplete you. Okay. This person could be an alcoholic or a drinker. This person could be drinking too much. Okay. All right. So yeah, you have another water sign here. You're hoping this person's coming. This is the Knight of Cups for you, Cancer. This person, I think you're afraid they're going to, this person's going to come into your life. This person's coming into your life, and I don't think you really want this person to be here. This is a person, another Cancer, Scorpio, Sky, Pisces. This person is not, they're not coming to offer you anything good. They are coming to, again, it's this person. They're very needy. They're very emotional right now, and not in a good way. We're not talking about lovely emotions. We're talking about very upset, very unbalanced, overly emotional, needy, maybe even desperate, like that desperate feeling. So I think you're kind of afraid of this person coming forward, but it looks like they're already going to be coming forward. And then we have a Tower in reverse. So it is going to cause a little bit of this there is going to be some kind of a little bit of an upset here. it looks like there's already been an upset, but it's gotten to the point where now you're going to be coming out of this upset. You know, this breakup was already done. It's already caused, this has already happened. Okay. This breakup already happened, but you're realizing now you're better off. And, you know, the Tower's here, and the upset, whatever upsetness that's caused you, it's all for the better. And you're realizing it's, you know, it's not that big of a deal. It's not that big of a deal. You can pull yourself out of this, and you can get yourself through this. In the recent past, you were really maybe sick. Maybe you were unable to, you were so stressed out, you were unable to take some time out to have peace. You didn't have any peace of mind. You had a lot of, your mind was spinning and spinning and thinking and tormented. You've been tormented by deception. You've been deceiving yourself and others have been deceiving you. I think it's more of a 50-50 here. I'm sorry to say that, but some of you Cancers have been doing this. Unfortunately, they've been doing it to you, and you've been doing it back to them. So you partook in it, unfortunately, and unfortunately, it's left you, you know, in this situation where now you've got to get yourself out of it. And then the outcome here is the Five of Cups. So you're now coming out of that situation. You're coming out of the loss of the breakup. It's not bothering you anymore that much. And you're coming out of this, you know, the Tower, the disruption. So this person, this water sign that you've been involved with, you know, you've learned your lesson. It looks like you're like, okay, I've learned my lesson, and I've suffered the consequences, and I'm now breaking free of the consequences. I'm now going to slowly unwind the strings that are binding me, and I'm going to slowly pull myself out of the trap, and I'm going to get yourself more balanced, get this money, get this, you know, this imbalance. You're going to work on getting it back to a balanced position. So it looks like you're coming out, you guys, of some hard times, a breakup, possibly a heartache, some deception. If it wasn't a relationship that you were in that had the breakup, it was just a lot of conflict, emotional conflict with others. Again, this is so much deception here. There's so much manipulation, and there's so much unclarity and misunderstanding that it's just really caused some issues within your life. But those things, thank goodness, you guys, it's over. You're moving out. It looks like you're moving out of the troubles. You're moving out, okay? You're moving out of a bad situation.